Good morning, everybody. I want to welcome you here to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. We're here August the 9th with my favorite 4 album runs that we're doing for a series that we're doing for the month of August. This is this is run number 23. So we're working our way down to the number 1 run. And to be honest, it's been an interesting thing so far. It's getting tougher, though. I have to admit, each day it's tougher to decide which one of these bands. When I was ranking them, what's separating them. There's not a lot separating these, very little. And so, for those of you who are new, haven't seen this, I'm basically picking 4 albums that are chronological to each other. They came out one after another in their studio discography, and I think they're all great, so we're gonna get flying along here with this band, Steely Dan. This is a 4 album run from Steely Dan. This is Can't Buy a Thrill, their debut album. This is when they were more than just 2 people. Fantastic album though, like just so many classic songs on here, and deep cuts are amazing on this album, really. You've got Dirty Work, which is a very underrated, great song by this band, I think. Midnight Cruiser, another great song from this band. Only a fool would say that. Yeah, just they don't get any better than this. In some ways, there's that little kind of quirkiness that goes on with this band, something like what went on with the Police, but a little bit different. Reelin' in the Years, of course, is one of the big hits by Steely Dan. Anybody, and even if you don't know Steely Dan, you would probably know that song. Fire in the Hole, Brooklyn, Changes of the Guard, another great track here. Turn That Heartbeat Over Again. Yeah, this is a killer album with lots of stuff going on, and the cover's a little bit different. It's not something you used to see. I'm surprised they didn't put a censor on it. But anyways, excellent album released in 1972. The next album that came in that run is one that I'm discovering even now a little bit more. I like this album cover. It's kind of weird. I'm not really sure what they're attempting to do. But, you got a bunch of sort of humanoid people sitting here naked. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be 3 suns or what that is on there. Anyways. This is a solid album, released in 73. Lots of good stuff here. The Boston Rag, Your Gold Teeth, Showbiz Kids, My Old School, Pearl in the Quarter, King of the World, Razor Boy, how do you say that? Badhistava? I'm not even sure how you say that, but absolutely solid album from top to bottom. Very, very reminiscent of their previous album. A lot of that similar sound going on. Now, did they have the original members all on this too, or did they already start their purge at this point where they're changing? Yeah, it's really hard to say. Gary Katz produced the album. There's absolutely nothing on the inside of this folder. It tells you nothing, just a list of songs. So I'd be interested to know if it actually began on this album, or maybe it went another album or so. I'm not sure. I guess if I looked at the album after, I would be able to tell, right? So anyways, Steely Dan's Countdown to Ecstasy. Excellent album. Next up is probably my favorite Steely Dan album, arguably my favorite anyways. I like the guy on the cover selling pretzels out in the cold. Yeah, definitely relate to that very well. This has some of my favorite Steely Dan stuff on it. Ricky, Don't Lose That Number, maybe my favorite song by them. Night by Night, another good track. This has got some jazzy feel to it, this album as well, which is nice. Any Major Dude Will Tell You. There's another quirky, kind of weird song. Barry Town, another quirky, kind of weird song. Pretzel Logic, of course, a great tune as well. With a Gun, yeah, this is a kind of, I don't know how you say it. This about the song. It's a weird song, but it's catchy as hell. Charlie Freak and Monkey in Your Soul, yeah. It's a really killer album with lots of that classic Steely Dan sound to it. So Pretzel Logic. And then the last album in this list was actually, it might be an album I use on Not What I Hoped For. It's a good album, and maybe it'll grow on me in time, but I don't find it as strong as some of their other stuff, but it's still good. Black Friday's here, Bad Sneakers, Rose Darling, all good songs. Daddy Don't Live in That New York City No More. This is kind of one of them quirky tunes that everybody likes. Chain Lightning, another good track. Any World That I'm Welcome To. Throwback, the little ones. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird song. I think by this point in time, it was just down to the main two guys, maybe. Gary Katz producing this as well. It's a little bit of a different cover, too. You can get a look at that locust or a grasshopper probably coming out of the bushes here. I'm guessing it's a katydid. It would make sense, right? Yeah, so anyways, excellent run from Steely Dan, their first 4 studio albums. Can't Buy a Thrill, and I'm sorry, I got them upside down. Countdown to Ecstasy, Pretzel Logic, and Katie Lied. Those are the 4 albums in the run. Excellent band. Lots of good stuff. I think most of their albums are actually killer, at least the earlier ones anyways. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of my favorite 4 album runs. We'll be back again tomorrow on the 10th with number 22. I hope to see you then. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, make your comments in the comment section below, and then hit the notification bell. And we'll see you then. Take care and have a good one. Goodbye.